Hello there everybody, it's about a nice week and welcome back to Higura. What the fuck, what is... Oh god! Wait, take two. Hello there everybody, it's about a nice week and welcome back to Umineko. Now then, apparently, I ended it last time on a... not break. Apparently the actual next break was going to take place in about 10 minutes. That clock was very much misplaced. Anyway, one of you guys told me that the next parts are going to be extremely long, except, like, you guys recommend that I try to do another two-parter. Well, I tried getting as much time to spare as I could, so hopefully we'll be able to do yet another two-parter, even though this next part's going to be 3 parts, counting the 10 minutes of the first one that I missed. And we shall jump right back in, so... Oh, and the type of tea I'm drinking now is... Oh, good. I have the wrapper right here, so I can remember what the title is. Twinnings of London. Not sponsored. Herbal tea, 100% natural ingredients. Pure peppermint. Actually tastes pretty good. The rain was still pouring down as hard as ever. This weather was supposed to continue all day tomorrow as well, which made me feel a bit depressed. Oh, wait. Given the time, that's today, not tomorrow. But that doesn't really matter now. I'm sleepy. With half-asleep eyes, I opened my umbrella. The large drops of rain pounded against it mercilessly. Technically, the end of the family conference had been proclaimed at 1 a.m., but external scuffles kept continuing sluggishly. I'm really jealous of Rosa Obasan, who managed to slip out of there at that time. She cleverly got away by saying that she'd check on Maria, who might have been staying up too late. Dad caught me. I missed my chance to escape. And they made me stick around until now, 3 a.m. Bullshit. After all this time, what have they decided on? They haven't decided on anything. They just kept on arguing about who said what, like elementary school kids. I'm sure that they're tired too. I'm sure that's why they keep dragging on with the same pointless questions. Oh! One more thing. I have ordered the brand new laptop. Just gonna go ahead and point that out. So, yes. I no longer felt any shock or anger towards them. I guess no painkiller works better than drowsiness. I left them behind and finally returned to the guest house. I guess the cousins don't even know yet. When I returned to the guest house, the first floor lounge was lit. Not only that, I could even hear people chatting inside. Apparently some people were still awake this late. Despite this late hour, Goto-san and Dr. Nanjo were still awake and chatting. Plates and cups were lined up on the counter, and it looked almost like a bar with Goto-san as the bartender. When they noticed I had returned, they apparently finally realized how late it was. When Goto-san made to top off Dr. Nanjo's glass, Dr. Nanjo declined with an exaggerated gesture.
もう結構です。この時間では夜更かしのしすぎだ。
もうこんな時間とは。南條先生があまりにお話がお上手なもので、ついつい。
それを言ったらあんたの酒の魚のおかげだ。また別の機会に一杯やりましょう。
Yeah, not like we're going to die or anything, don't worry.
喜んで。
Actually, I don't even know who's going to survive this time.
バトラ様、お帰りなさいませ。まだ旦那様方の会議は続いておりますか？
Yep.
あの調子でグダグダと明け方までやるんだろうぜ。知ったことじゃねえぜ。
I spoke carelessly with a big yawn.
皆さん、案外体力が終わりですね。びっくりです。
なんだ、お前までいたのか。
なんとなく流れでこちらでささやかな夜会が始まったもので混ぜてもらっていました。例のことは話してませんのでご安心を。
I'm surprised you haven't. Erika could be seen on the sofa. She had taken her shoes off and was lounging around as though she owned the place.
エリカ様も本当にいろいろなお話をご存知で、とても楽しく聞かせていただきました。
あんたは本当に博識だ。若いのに大したもんだよ。
どういたしまして。フルドエリカは この程度には博識ですので。
Erika grabbed the corners of her skirt and posed. This was somewhat less than graceful considering she was lounging on the sofa with her feet up.
ローザおばさんは
午前の1時頃にお戻りになりましたが、すぐに上がられお休みになられました。
That's probably true. After taking part in that conference for so long, I feel like flopping down in bed right away myself. I've had it. I'm tired enough that I might flop over right here.
さあ、私たちもこれくらいにしましょう。郷田さんも明日の朝食の準備で朝が早いのでしょう。
朝食の仕込みはすでに済んでおります。どうぞ明日の朝食も大いにご期待いただければ幸いです。
If Goda-san... Oh, sorry. In Goda-san's eyes, the family conference is an open stage on which to display his culinary skills. Maybe this invigorates him so much that he doesn't even get sleepy. Erika stood up, laughing at how youthful Goda was. This became a sign that it was time to disperse.
お片付けは私の方でしておきます。どうぞ皆様はお休みを。
Leaving the cleanup to Goda-san, I went to the bathroom and then climbed up the stairs to the second floor.
それでは皆さんおやすみなさい。老骨にはちと夜更かしが過ぎましたな。
Ah, go to sleep, dude.
おやすみなさい、南條先生。おやすみなさい、バトラさん。
おうおやすみ。
Then, in the second floor hallway, we split up. Dr. Nanjo went to his own room. Erika went to her room. And I returned to the cousin's room. I couldn't hear any sounds of playing coming from the cousin's room. Could they have fallen asleep already? No surprise, at this time of night. If they were still playing, they would have been staying up way late. Or way too late. When I opened the door quietly, as expected, the room was already pitch black except for a small nightlight. Everyone was already sleeping in their beds. I'm sure they all had a great time and played a ton. Then they'd probably talked about youthful things and enjoyed staying up late. If only I hadn't found the gold, I could have enjoyed my time with them. I'm already tired. So tired. Forgetting even to change my clothes or brush my teeth, I crawled into bed and immediately started to fall into the marshes of sleep. Today's been so insane. I wonder if that old bastard is still in that family conference now. How does he not get tired? Come to think of it, what was it that old bastard said when we parted company?
明日家族で重要な話がしたい。お前に関わることだ。
Oh? I'm sure it's more stuff about being the successor to the head. I don't even want to hear about it.
こいつを話せば俺は殺されるだろうな。
Didn't he say this in the first game? Yes, I think he did. I'll kill you whenever you want, you old bastard. And then, what was it he said next?
お前の生まれについての話で。
Oh, hello. Although, with flags that are raising right now, you're probably already dead. My birth? Probably just something about the noble Ushidamiya lineage. Not interested. Just let me sleep. There, wow. It was right there. Oh my god. It was right there. Alright, now it officially starts. The sound of crashing waves. The sound of the tide surging. The noise of the sea breeze. Whenever my headache torments me, these are the sounds that fill my head. Oh, are we back to Natsuhi, I assume? Yep. Unable to bear a successor, I was in a very difficult position with regards to the Ushidamiya family. Whenever I heard of a drug or instance that could make you achieve pregnancy, I tried it. But nothing I tried had any effect. Until I was blessed with Jessica 18 years ago. I was ashamed to even call myself a wife.
こ
Oh?
うなすのは二人の努力と天の気まぐれ。そなたばかりが責められたのでは割が合わぬな。
何が原因で解任できなかったのかは今となっては分かりません。
It might have been a genetic thing, I think.
名医のもとにも通いました。
That or there's just some women that have difficulty getting pregnant.
屈辱的な検査も受けました。しかしいつも理由は分からないと言われるだけでした。
I wonder.
結婚から短くない時間を経て未だ子を宿せない。なるほどな。次期当主を密かに狙うエヴァが首をもたげぬわけもない。
Yeah. Ava tried to convince father that I was a failure as a future head's wife. It was a time when Kinzo was also very disappointed in my husband's repeated business failures. On the other hand, Ava's husband Hideyoshi's business was growing well, completely the opposite of my husband's business. He was the only person who could bring father good news. In that case, perhaps there could be no blame placed on father if he decided to lend an ear to Ava's words, or even accept them completely. It was all my fault because I couldn't bear a child.
そなたに罪などない。この国の赤ん坊はコウノトリが運んでくるのであろうが。
Yeah, everybody knows that.
裁かれるならそれはコウノトリになるのが道理というものよ。
Maybe your stork was just very late.
ありがとう。しかしいくら当時はまだご健康とはいえ、すでにご高齢の当主様が早く孫の顔を見たいと思われていたことは想像に難くありません。
知るか。孫が欲しくばうなるほど持っている金で好きにすればよかろうに。金で生み出せぬものはないと豪語した金蔵だ。孫が欲しくば自慢の金で何とかすればよいものを。
そうです。当主様は子を宿せぬ私を見限られ、その通りになされたのです。
Thinking it the duty of anyone in possession of large amounts of money, the head gave a lot to the charities. One among these, the orphanage known as the Fukuin House, had been given an especially large donation, possibly because he had old ties with that place.
ああ、福音の家か。
Isn't that where Shannon and Cannon are from?
よくあそこから家具どもがやってきていたな。
Well, that's where most furniture come from, okay.
当主様は社会活動と職業訓練の一環として福音の家の子たちの中から成績優秀な子を使用人として受け入れていました。当家にいるシャノンやカノン、ルノンやマノン、レノンなどの音の名を持つ使用人はすべて
Okay, so we got some new names here. Runon, Manon, and Rayon.
そこからやってきた子たちでした。
Those other three I've never heard of.
いろいろな連中がいたな。多くはほんの数年で辞めるがな。
And it seems like Shannon and Cannon stayed the longest.
当家の給金は数年も働けば十分社会で生活していけるだけたまるでしょうし、後宮家での使用人経験は履歴書に通用する立派な肩書きになります。それを得て社会へ羽ばたいてくれれば当主様もきっと本望だったでしょう。
That's a nice way of thinking about it, I guess.
なるほど、養子か。
お父様、今何とおっしゃいましたか。
この赤子を我が孫として迎えよう。
おお、よしよしよし。よしよしよしよしよし。よしよしよし。
Apparently the baby Kumasawa was trying to soothe didn't like the air in the study at all. It kept on crying, displeased.
申し訳ありません。私には何をおっしゃっているのか。
この赤子を我が孫として迎えよ そしてクラウスの後を継ぐ者として育てるのだ。
Oh.
それはつまり私と夫の子として育てよとおっしゃるのですか？
Oh, this must be where the mystery guy on the phone came from.
そうだ。お前に子が宿せぬことはもはや明白。お前の体には何かしらの問題があるに違いない。
Gee, don't have to word it that way.
おー、よしよしよしよしよし。おー、よしよしよしよしよし。
As though she couldn't hear our discussion in the slightest, Kumasawa kept on persistently trying to cuddle the baby. This made its crying get even louder.
暴言だな。女の責任だけで子が産めるなら、この世に男など必要ないわ。
Well, I guess, yes.
あの日の悔しさを忘れたことはありません。私とて子が欲しくなかったわけがない。でもいくら祈ろうとも身ごもれないのです。私の体に原因があるのではないかといくつもの名医を訪ね歩きました。しかしそれでもいくら努力しても身ごもれなかったのです。
その挙句がこの仕打ちではな。察するぞ。
The baby had been picked up by the Fukuin house just recently. Of course, she couldn't help but feel compassion for this child, who was so young and who had already lost its parents' affection. However, it brought me nothing but pain and sadness. It would have been another story if I had suffered to bear this child. But why did I have to hold this baby, who not only shared none of my blood, but who was not related to my husband in the slightest either?
お父様を恨んではいません。もし恨めるのなら、ただただ自分の体が恨めしかった。憎かったんです。子を宿せぬ我が身がひたすらに憎かった。だから私は祈りました。天使と悪魔の両方に。そしてその両方が叶いました。
天使には何と祈ったか。
私の体に奇跡を。私の体に問題があるというならそれを受け入れましょう。ならばそれを克服してどうか夫の子を授かることのできる奇跡を私に。
And what did you pray to the demons?
その願いは叶ったわ。あなたはその次の年に見事にジェシカを産むことになる。
そして悪魔には何と祈ったか。
悔しい悔しい。この身が恨めしい。そしてそれを見せつけるかのようなこの赤ん坊が憎かったんです。
Oh.
何を願われたのですか？
私は初めて悪魔に祈りました。願いました。この赤ん坊が消えてなくなってしまえばいいのにって。
Jeez. What the? Of course, that wish was also granted by demons. On that day, I left the baby with an older servant and went to think about the future in the rose garden. No, that's a lie. I didn't want to think about anything. The baby's cries were annoying, so I ordered the servant to take the baby to a place where I couldn't hear. By a place where I couldn't hear, I meant somewhere far away. Yes, I wished. I wished for the servant to take the baby far away and never return. Oh.
なるほど。雪吊りの悪魔が夏日様のその願いを聞いてしまったのですな。
してどうなったのか。
それは悪魔が願いを叶えてくれたとしか思えない奇妙な事故でした。
A bizarre accident. The woodland path from the rose garden to the harbor is probably well suited for a comfortable walk. It must surely feel good to occasionally leave the path and walk through a grove of trees, depending on your mood. However, wouldn't that path be fairly hard to travel on when taking taking a walk with the baby in your arms.
その先は断崖でした。
What?
高さは多分10メートルくらいはあったと思います。
You didn't.
下は岩場。そこには柵もあったのです。その使用人はわざわざそんなところまで赤ん坊を抱いたまま歩いていき、そして柵に寄りかかったとでも言うのでしょうか。まるで悪魔に手招きされて誘われたとしか思えない。
誘われちゃったのね。あなたの願いを聞いた悪魔がその使用人を招いちゃったんだわ。
それではその使用人と赤ん坊は
No.
死にました。崖から転落して下の岩場に。
Jeez.
いや、私が願ったから死んだ。だからこれは
そなたのせいではない。その先を考える必要はないぞ。
でも私が願ったから。
いいや違う。願えども叶えるか否かは神と悪魔と魔女の気まぐれ。そなたに罪はない。人間に罪はない。わらわが殺したことにしてもよい。いや、わらわが殺した。嘆くそなたを不憫に思い、わらわが赤子を連れた使用人を崖へいざない、その下に導いたんだ。
Okay.
不幸な事故があっただけではありませんか。事故で納得がいかなくば我らの仕業に。そのための悪魔でございますよ。
そうだわ。私たちはそのためにいるのだもの。あなたが殺したわけもない。私たちが殺したのよ。だからあなたには何の罪もない。だからどうか自身を責めないで、夏日。
そうでしょうか。本当に私に罪はないのでしょうか。
ああ、ないぞ。19年前の復讐を名乗るワーコードめ。
Been such a while since I've seen her do the creepy face. It's been a while.
呪うならわらわを呪うがよいわ。しかし呪うは魔女の専売特許よ。夏日に売りしその喧嘩、わらわが買おうではないか。わらわは後ろ宮家顧問錬金術師黄金のベアトリーチェ。使えし主に売りし喧嘩はわらわが買おうぞ。19年前の復讐とな。1000年の魔女の前にその程度の年月、瞬きにも足りぬと知れ。19年前にそなたの死を願った夏日が憎いか。思い出させてやろうぞ。そなたを崖下へいざなったのは誰かをな。
Oh. Hello. As the middle-aged female servant cuddled the sobbing baby, she walked on a small path through the trees. Natsuya had told her that the baby was too loud, so she had tried to get as far from the rose garden as she could. She was completely unaware as to why she'd gone out of her way to head in this direction. However, the sobbing baby suddenly stopped crying. Something was reflected in its eyes, but the servant couldn't tell what. However, thinking that the baby had stopped because it had taken an interest in something, she headed in the direction of the baby's gaze. The baby had seen a group of gold butterflies disappearing off into the trees. And on the other side of the trees, the servant could see a woman. Who? She didn't recognize this person, but it didn't look like anyone who was supposed to be here. The baby stopped crying and stared in that direction. Then the servant's legs started to automatically carry her that way. The woman couldn't disobey. She was completely overwhelmed by Beato's gold glowing eyes. She walked lightly, as though through a dream world. At some point, the scenery around her had changed. But she did not notice. She could not notice. Though this should have been Rokkenjima, at some point it had become the garden of a mansion she had never seen before. It was a garden she had never seen before, even grander than the great rose garden of the Ushidamiya family. A garden of gold roses. There stood an arbor, and a woman wearing an elegant dress beckoning her. There was a man who looked like a butler, and the tea he poured with a beautiful gesture had a very nice and enticing smell. It was as though they were telling her to join their tea party. She couldn't disobey. She had to go to the master of this golden rose garden and give this child as an offering.
許せ、女。魔女に見入られた不運を呪え。そして、この世で決してめでることかなわぬ黄金のバラに囲まれながら眠れ。ガップ。
はい、了解。
When Gop snapped her fingers, a pitch-black hole opened at the woman's feet and she was swallowed up along with the baby. Then the scene of the next moment after that probably burned itself into the eyes of the woman and the baby. The two floated in the air and looked down at the gold rose garden spread out below them. Below their feet was not the earth, but a golden rose garden which stretched as far as the eye could see without any interruptions. If one could have the scene imprinted in their minds as their last memory, there would be such a merciful way to die. Or that would be a much merciful way. Then the woman and the baby were swallowed up by the golden sea. The thunk was remarkably plain, and remarkably quiet for the sound that stole the life away from the two of them. However, that was perfectly suitable for the entertainment at a tea party of witches. With the woman and the baby at the center, the rose garden was slowly swallowed up by darkness. The sound of the wind grew stronger bit by bit. Is that TV static? What is that noise? It was the roar of the sea. The two who had fallen into the thicket of golden roses from that great height and died were gradually wrapped up in the roar of the sea, wrapped up in the scenery of the beach below the cliff.
そなたには何の罪もない。19年前の復讐とやらはこのわらわが買おうぞ。
崖下の2人を見つけ、私は青ざめました。
え？
そしてお屋敷へ駆け戻り、大騒ぎになりました。
Oh, this is Nazi talking. Okay.
大至急船で病院に運びましたが、あの高さで即死を免れただけでも奇跡。死をそして赤ん坊も死にました。私はお父様から赤子を預けられ、3日も経ないうちに殺してしまったのです。主人は出張中でした。当時まだお屋敷にお住まいだったローザさんもご友人と旅行中でした。六軒島には私とお父様しかいなかった。そして私とお父様以外誰もよく知らぬ間にどこからともなく赤ん坊が現れ、そして消えていった。あれはそう夢なのよ、悪夢。お父様は私を責めるに違いないと思っていました。しかし何か様子がおかしかった。
読めていたぞ、読めていたぞ、この天罰はな。どこまであがくのか、どこまで我が物にならぬというのか。からの檻に興味はない。打ち捨てい。
You okay there, Kenzo? When Father learned of the accidental death, he kept on laughing and laughing as though there could be no greater pleasure. Enough that just listening to it gave me a creepy feeling. Perhaps something had come loose in his mind. From that day onwards, Father shut himself up inside the world of the occult even more than he ever had before. When my husband came back, he was surprised to see that father was even more bizarre than he had been before. However, he had already accepted that this would happen sooner or later. Of course, my husband had heard about the baby. However, he told me that it was surely just some whim of father's and to forget it. So I forgot it. It was an unfortunate accident. No, there wasn't an accident at all. I forgot everything, even that the baby had existed in the first place. After all, it was a twisted nightmare which lasted not even 3 days. That's right, it was all a nightmare. I don't want to remember. The cliff, the broken fence, the roar of the sea, and the cry of the baby.
その赤ん坊が19年前の赤ん坊だと？くだらぬ。わらわが殺した。すでにこの世にはおらぬわ。
しかし赤き真実なきが人間の世界、人間の世界に信用できることなどありません。
Yep.
そうね。ベアとは確かに殺したわ。でも人間の世界では生きていることになっているのかもしれない。本当に生きているのかどうかはともかくね。
実は生きていたというのですか？あの高さからあの岩場に転落して。
Highly doubtful.
わからぬ。だが落ち着け。そやつがどうそなたを憎もうとも真実は事故だ。そなたを恨もうなどお門違いもいいところよ。
でもたとえ指一本触れていないとしても私は心の中で。
落ち着け。19年前の男が何を恨もうと叫ぼうとそなたを追求できる罪などあるわけもない。だから落ち着け。19年前の男はわらわの来客として迎えてやろうぞ。
Oh?
碑文の謎を解かれお役はごめんかと思っていた矢先だ。わらわの最後の客としてもてなしてやらねばな。
Uh-oh.
面白くなってまいりましたな。
Truer words never spoken.
ゴールドスミス教の秘密を守るのに加え19人目の来客、さらに19年前の男とは。
そうね。金蔵が生きていると主張する私たちにとってエリカは19人目ね。その19人目の駒に19年前の男。面白いじゃん。ワクワクするわ。相手にとって不足なし。わらわの茶会の来客が一人では物足りないと思っていたところよ。来るがよい。
It's officially gotten to the point where I actually enjoy listening to Beato's laughing. Frudo Erika is Lady Berncostal's piece. In that case, whose piece is the man from 19 years ago? Lambda Delta? The voice which could be faintly overheard through the receiver was Nazi's.
わかりました。今すぐ出ます。部屋も出ません。電話も出ません。だから夫と娘には。
Even this begging scream, which could have shaken the heart of anyone listening to it, could be listened to ruthlessly through the end of the receiver.
母さんが俺の約束を守る限り、あんたの秘密は守ってやるよ。約束を破るなよ。俺はもうお前のすぐ近くにいる。部屋の明かりが消えるかどうか、そして電話をしているかどうかさえ、俺には俺さえ望むなら、あんたの寝顔にキスすることだってできるんだからな。
守ります。約束は守ります。だからやめて。もうやめて。やめて。
The receiver was set down violently. He knew very well how much the way you hang up a phone can be leave a nasty aftertaste for the other side.
じゃあね。おやすみ、母さん。
What the?
はい、一丁上がり。
Wait, Londa!
これで夏日は今夜は部屋から出てこないわ。
器用ね。あんた声を変えられるの？
声くらい誰だって変えられるわよ。
She's right, you know.
パパにおねだりの時は甘い声、学校休む時は風邪っぽい声、実は嫌いな友達に断る時は申し訳なさそうな声。
お望みなら
どんな声でも
使い分けて。
見せるけど。
What the hell?
あんた魔女やめたら声優になるといいわ。
これでお互い駒の準備は OK かしら。フルドエリカ、なかなか素敵な駒じゃない。エンジェなんかよりはるかにベルにふさわしい駒だわ。お褒めに預かりまして光栄です、ラブダデルタ卿。
Oh, great.
こちらこそよろしくよ。素敵だわ。本当に可愛い。魔女幻想に屈服させて、その顔を屈辱に歪めてやりたいわ。
だそうよ。私に恥をかかせないでよね。エンジェよりはるかに使える駒だってことを見せてちょうだい。
お任せを。ベルンカステル卿、我が主。
This is beyond creepy.
私はあのようなネクラで低能で可愛げのかけらもない駒とは違います。
I'm going to ask you never to insult Angie in front of me again.
本当よね。エンジェなんてクズ肉になってバトラを焚きつける以外何の役にも立たなかったわ。家族愛とか兄弟愛とか私たちは全然興味ないの。私たちが見たいゲームはもっとえぐくてドロドロしててグロテスクでポップでキュートな殺人事件だもの。
夏日がキングでベアトがクイーンってとこかしら。夏日をかばって群がる魔女と家具たちはチェスの駒というよりは
ボーリングのピーって感じ。夏日にベアと金蔵にガラクタ家具の幻想たち、私たちを楽しませてみせなさいよね。特にベアと私たち、もうあんたには飽きてるの。あんたの魔女伝説殺人ごっこはもうおしまい。あんたの出番もおしまいってわけ。このゲーム版はもう私とベルンがいただいたわ。あんたなんて私たちの駒に落ちぶれて永遠に遊ばれてるのがお似合いよ。
What kind of face is that?
夏日もベアトも薄汚い真実という腹渡を薄皮一枚で包んだだけのズタ袋だわ。それをズタズタに引き裂いて中身を引きずり出すことこそ私の、いいえ、私たちの数少ない娯楽なの。
Ugh.
楽しく遊べるわよ。ねえ見てる？ベアトリーチェ、あんたのゲーム版はこんなにも楽しく遊べるのよ。私が見せてあげるわ。本当に楽しい第5のゲームをね。
私たちばっかり気持ちよく喋っちゃかわいそうだわ。ベアトにも喋らせてあげたら。
だそうよ。特別に発言を許すわ。今回のゲームの抱負でも言っちゃったら。何もないって。そうよねそうよね。あんたバトルに屈しちゃった負け犬だもんね。私に任せなさい。魔女側優勢に一気に流れを変えてあげるから。ただあん という駒はサクリファスさせてもらっちゃうけどね。碑文も第一の番以前にあっさり解かれ、黄金の番人ベアトリーチェの型なしですね。
夏日の幻想として駒に残れてよかったじゃない。もうあんたの扱いは駒じゃなくてピンなんだけどね。
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェなんてもう出番はないのよ。あんたとその家具たちは私のゲームではほんのちょい役やられ役。気持ちよーくすっ飛ばされて、
嫌ならやめてって一言言ってみて。
To be fair, that was actually accidental. Okay, there we go.
嫌じゃないって。あんたピン確定ね。
Jeez. There's no need for a golden witch anymore? All that's needed is a sacrificial doll so that the two witches can enjoy some time playing. Die, disappear. Confess to your filthy past and your crimes. Speak out your sob story of regret and repentance as you throw yourself off a cliff and die. The Golden Witch will never again have her turn. This will probably turn out to be a nasty game. On the surface, it looks very similar to the usual tales. However, there's no respect given to the true main character of this tale. This tale was supposed to be the one that the Golden Witch Beatrice invited Ushidamiya Battler to see. However, the host has been lost, and there are no longer any guests. The one who did the inviting and the one who was invited are no longer around in this horrible tale. Welcome to the 5th game. End of the Golden Witch. Welcome to the banquet without the guest of honor, which has been hijacked by the evil witches.
いいバトラー。いよいよ2日目を始めるわよ。私はベアトみたいにトロい展開は嫌いなんだから。
好きにしやがれ。お前が何をかき回そうと、俺は必ずこのゲームの真相にたどり着いてやる。
そうでなくては困ります。妹さんのためにもしっかり戦わなくちゃ。ご安心を。ラムダデルタ卿はベアトリーチェの間抜けと違い、はるかに恐ろしい相手ですが、私がしっかりサポートするので問題ありません。私と一緒に今度こそ魔女幻想を暴いてやろうではありませんか。
お前なんか知らねえ。ベアとのゲームにいなかった存在など俺は認めもしないし必要ともしない。
強がり言ってる場合ですか。まあお互いせいぜい頑張りましょう。一緒に魔女幻想とやらを引き裂いてやりましょう。
Erika acted as though she was asking me to shake her hand. Instead of just passively ignoring this, I gave her an active and clear answer by knocking her hand aside.
握手は嫌いだそうよ。演者と同じなのね。
ご安心を。私は演者よりはるかに役立つ駒ですので、バトラさんの闘志を回復する以外何もできなかったひき肉とはわけが違います。頼もしそうな仲間に恵まれて嬉しいわね。
No.
かつてはワルギリアにロの上、演者まで来てくれたわ。そしてとうとうベルにエリカまで。あんたを応援してくれる駒たちはこんなにもたくさん。それでも未だに真相の尻尾すらつかめない無能っぷりってどんな気持ち？どんな気持ち？
関係ねえな。 これは俺とベアとの戦いだ。その他の誰であろうと関係ね
ああ、そうなの。やっと独り立ち。いっつも誰かに助けられ情けをかけられてばかりのあんたがどこまで一人でできるやら。楽しませてもらうわ。
取り戻すぜ。これは俺たちのゲームだ。お前たちはお呼びじゃねえ。
おう。
ええ、そうよね。これはあなたたちのゲームだわ。なら取り戻してごらんなさいよ。手加減だらけだったベアとのゲームさえ勝てなかったあんたが誰の助けもなく一切の容赦のないラムダのゲームをどこまで戦えるのか。
ではお目覚めなさい、後ろ宮バトラー。ようこそ10月5日の朝へ。
So now the game really begins. 6 o'clock, huh? Alright. The second day, October 5th, 1986. 6 in the morning. I'm betting. Was it someone's alarm clock? Beep, beep. An electronic tone repeatedly rang out through the hot room. Battler, who had gone to bed late and not managed to get enough sleep, covered his head in his blanket and waited for someone to turn off the alarm. But no matter how much time passed, the electronic tone didn't stop. I see. The point of an alarm clock isn't just to be loud enough to wake you, but to be annoying enough to keep you from wanting to fall back to sleep. Hey, the alarm's going off. Make it stop, please. Why do waking up voices always get this annoyed? Well, it does make sense. After all, people are still sleepy and in a bad mood. However, there was absolutely no sign that my annoyed voice had caused anyone to turn over in their sleep, or crawl out of bed and stop the alarm. Letting out a deep sigh, I stumbled to my feet. With the shutters down on the windows, there was almost no light getting in, and the room was as dim as it had been earlier. Though even if the shutters weren't down, there's no way that this dull weather would let in enough sun to make this a pleasant morning. The cousins were still wrapped up in their beds, sound asleep and taking no notice whatsoever of that beeping. Normally, once any one person gets up, the others tend to automatically follow. Annoyed that this law of serial summer camp awakenings that I just made up had been broken, I searched for the source of the sound. I could hear it coming from a wristwatch set on a table. Judging by the style of the watch, it was probably George Oniki's. Anyway, when I randomly pushed a small button on the side of it, the sound stopped. Apparently, it had been set for 7 in the morning. Is it already 7? Sorry. Oh, wait, yeah, I read the freaking clock wrong, didn't I? Sorry, but I don't really feel like I slept at all. Playing cards were left on the table as though they had stopped mid-game. The game had probably been 7s. Damn it, I've got this piercing headache. What the hell happened last night? That mountain of gold and the subsequent argument between the relatives. It all feels like a bad dream. Damidaze? Breakfast normally came at 8. Now wasn't a bad time to start getting up and getting dressed. Even those adults probably won't argue in front of the cousins. In that case, I'll stay with my cousins all day long. I'm sure they'll be able to separate me from all this annoying talk about the gold and being the successor and all. In fact, I should have done this from the beginning. I felt disgusting having slept with my clothes on last night, which caused me to get all sweaty. I guess I'll take a shower. I'm sure the others want to too. At this age, it's embarrassing to wake them up by shaking their shoulders. If I turn the TV on, everyone will probably wake up. Well, let's at least turn the lights on for now. In this dim light with the quiet sound of the continuing wind and rain, it really doesn't feel like morning has come yet. I flipped the light switch, and then that dimly lit morning ended. Oh no.
Georgie!
Oh God! But, oh no.
こんな真似がどうして許されるんや。
Oh, come on! As they clung to Aniki's corpse, which would never wake up again, Eva Obasan and Hideyoshi Oji-san cried.
もうおよしなさい。ジョージ君がこんな姿をお二人に見せたいと思いますか。思うわけがない。
姉貴、気持ちはわかるが、今は南條先生に任せるんだ。
あんたにはわかんないわよ。ジョージが殺されたのよ。ジョージ、ジョージ。
南條先生の言う通りや。ジョージのこんな無体な姿をいつまでも見ていたらあかん。ジョージのためにも今は耐えるんや。
When Eva Obasan tried even harder to cling to that corpse, Dad and Hideyoshi Oji-san dragged her away and had a heated debate with her beside the wall.
ジョージ、南條先生、手当てをして。血が足りないなら輸血を。私とジョージは同じ血液型です。だからお願い、南條先生。
I should have remembered. I did read this at the beginning. God, how did I fucking forget?
エヴァさん、お気の毒だが、今のジョージ君に必要なのはあなたの血ではないのです。
Dr. Nanjo shook his head slightly, then nodded across to where I stood, giving me a signal. I softly pulled the blanket up, covering George Aniki's corpse. His neck was split wide open. It was probably larger and deeper than his mouth. Would it have looked like a clean and neat corpse if that part had been covered up? Of course not. The large amount of blood which had poured out stained the bed a horrible red and black, and even covering him with the blanket couldn't hide the traces left by the blood which had leaked out. After all, there were even large red-black stains on the blanket, and covering him with it made his corpse look even more gruesome. So I stripped the blanket off my bed and placed it on top of the first one. But there were only 2 extra blankets, so if we covered one more of the corpses, we wouldn't be able to cover any more. I feel bad about the ones we can't cover, but for some reason, times like these make me feel like muttering, "Don't complain about it being unfair," inside my head.
キリエ、みんなに毛布をかけてやれ。風邪をひいちまう。
Kirie-san and I covered the other corpses up to their heads with their blankets, just like George Aniki's, so they wouldn't have to undergo any more shame with their terrible wounds exposed like this. In one bed rested Jessica. Jessica was exactly the same as George Aniki. Though she appeared to be resting quietly in the bed, her neck had been sliced deep, and the wound lay open in a brutal way. And Maria was the same. Not only Maria, there was one more victim. Lying on the same bed as though they had been sleeping alongside each other was Rosa Obasan. George Aniki, Jessica, Maria, and Rosa Obasan. In this room were 4 humans who had been killed, their necks sliced open. They had probably been like that since last night. I'd returned without noticing anything, gotten in bed and fallen asleep. All of them had a horizontal cut across their throats. I had been forced to see all the way into the depths of those gashes in everyone's throats. At worst, the wound might have been deep enough to stretch halfway through their necks. If you tried to open it up, you'd probably be able to see that the gash reached all the way to the bone. The only wounds were the single gashes on each neck, so if you just covered their necks with your hand, you might be able to persuade yourself that they were merely sleeping. But even so, this frighteningly deep wound was incredibly gruesome. There's no such thing as clean or dirty ways of killing. All methods of killing are equally brutal. But even so, This was horribly brutal. And there was one more thing which adorned these brutal murders to make them even more unsettling. Drawn very large on the wall was something like an eerie magic circle. It was drawn in a bright red paint which looked like blood, and made it look as though some creepy ceremony had taken place in this room, with the 4 of them offered as human sacrifices. However, that wasn't what we were concerned about. No one has a heart so cold that they could witness the deaths of those closest to them, and still worry about some scribbles on the wall. The girl who bragged that she drew more pleasure from the process of exposing the truth rather than the truth itself, and who went so far as to call herself an intellectual rapist, appeared in the hall. When she saw the extraordinarily creepy magic circle in this gruesome room, I heard what was unmistakably a sigh of admiration escape her lips. I say with a smile. On Erika's face. No, that's not it. It was in her eyes. In Erika's eyes, I could see an indiscreet smile that was hard to describe. She found this interesting. She found the outbreak of a crime interesting. It was like the smile of a kid off to the side of the stage just before her turn to appear in a school play.
すまねえな、エリカちゃん。取り込み中だ。部屋で待っててくれるか。
そういうわけには参りません。現場検証は探偵の権利ですので。
お前に用はないと言ってんだぜ。部外者はおとなしく引っ込んでろ。
現場検証を妨害する容疑者が犯人であるミステリーは三流というのが私の持論ですが。
お前の都合など知るか。出ていけ。お前なんかお呼びじゃね
え。エリカちゃん、ほんまにすまんが部屋に戻っててくれんか。今は取り込み中なんや。
ジョージジョージ
Gotta give props to freaking Ava's voice actress.
どいてください。現場検証できません。
もしそれが必要なら俺たちがするし、警察がする。お前にみんなの亡骸をさらに恥ずかしめる権利なんかあるわけがね
え。探偵権限。
What the?
探偵はすべての現場を検証する権利を持つ。
What the shit? Wait a minute. Is she using the red in the real world now?
そこをどきなさい。後ろ宮バトラー。
Or I mean the game world. God damn it.
これは人間側に認められたゲームの正当な権利よ。
What the shit? Those words, which seemed to be utterly ridiculous at first, were words of power which had come from a world on a much higher plane than the one they were in. Balor was thrown back by an unseen power and landed on his butt. Struck silent by this quiet intensity, nobody was able to prevent Erika from entering the room, suffocated by this bizarre atmosphere.
ご安心を。死者の尊厳を犯すことが目的ではありませんので、別に喉の切り口なんておぞましいもの覗きたくありませんし、私が知りたいのはもっと別のことです。つまりこの殺人を誰が行ったかです。
She used the red in the game world. What the shit?
南條先生、それから皆さん、特に第一発見者のバトラさん、いろいろとお尋ねしたいことがありますのでご協力をお願いします。
だから何の権限があってだよ。
私が探偵だからよ。
Balor couldn't argue against this incomprehensible nonsense. No, he wasn't permitted to argue. It was a restriction placed on pieces. Erika summoned Dr. Nanjo and heard the details of his preliminary examination of the corpses. Normally, he wouldn't have spoken of that to an outsider so casually. However, for some reason, the atmosphere about the place had begun to make it feel as though nothing should be hidden from Erika.
さて、ラムダの第一の晩、楽しませてもらおうかしら。
She seems so... Huh.
死体は4つ ?2 つ足りないの。まあ、6人殺す義務もないわけだけど、そういう遊びだしね。あの子、空気読める子だから、あと2人もどこかで殺してるに違いないの。
On the wall was a magic circle representing the first Twilight, similar to the ones in Beato's games. That girl talks tough, but I wonder just how closely she'll be able to imitate Beato. That Hebrew sure is crappy. It isn't written exactly right.
何これ
Mamon?
どういうこと？どうして魔法陣が？きっとベアトリーチェ様の真似がしたかったのよ。へったくそな魔法陣。
Ladies, I'm afraid for your safety right now.
真似どころじゃないわよ。人間の誰かがベアトリーチェ様の仕業に見せかけるためにわざわざ書いたんだわ。とにかくベアトリーチェ様に報告を。
She's kind of indisposed at the moment.
ゴールドスミスの秘密を守る仕事だけでもお腹いっぱいなのに迷惑な話ね。でも全然美しくない殺人だわ。別に密室でもないし不可能犯罪でもない。こんな無様な殺人ベアトリーチェ様に全然ふさわしくないわ。
Ladies, if you keep doing that, I think that Lambda's gonna freaking hurt you or
そ
something.
れとエリカか。予期せぬ事件に予期せぬ女。そして19年前の予期せぬ男。碑文はバトラーに解かれるし、今回のゲームは普段とまるで違うわ。何がどうなってるの？
My question exactly.
行くわよ。
はい、お姉様。
Wasn't expecting an appearance from the Sisters of Purgatory this time. In the kitchen, Goda was preparing a wonderful breakfast at a brisk pace. The main dish would be herb omelets. Even simple foods could become an invigorating feast under Goda's skillful hands. He would pre-cook everything beforehand and prepare the food in the dining hall right before everyone's eyes. Is he fucking singing? Goda hummed as he continued his preparations in high spirits. When Shannon, who was helping out, saw Goda like this, her mood also brightened. Sorry, her mood, almost. She arranged the salad in a neat little pattern and showed it to Goda.
こんな感じでどうでしょう。トマトの感じがちょっと可愛くなったと思います。
実に良いですよ。シャノンさんもなかなか分かってまいりましたね。
Someone's in a good mood. What the hell? The two happy people gave each other a high five. Shannon didn't like Goda when he was sneaky, but she had no problems at all with him when he was cooking happily. She sometimes even thought it'd be nice if his contract hadn't included any jobs besides cooking. If that had been the case, he wouldn't have had to get in a bad mood doing unnecessary jobs. Well, by the way, a few people are dead, by the way.
もうじきですので、配膳車の準備をお願いします。
Without thinking, even Kumasawa caught Goda's high spirits. The kitchen had a very nice smell and atmosphere about it, truly refreshing for so early in the morning. And the music stops. Then, Kanon came back in the usual bad mood he always had all day long. Kanon and Genji were in charge of getting many things ready for the morning, such as opening the curtains. However, Kanon was alone today, so it had taken much longer than usual.
終わったよ。源氏様は？
まだいらっしゃらないの。 珍しいわね。寝坊されるなんて。
あの源氏さんでもお寝坊をね。
Nah, he's dead.
親族会議の最中だというのに緊張感に欠けてますね。カノンさん、起こしてきてあげてくれませんか？
はい。
寝ぼけ眼の源氏さんってどんな顔なのかしら。私もご一緒しますよ。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's freaking dead. Even though Goda asked her to get the serving cart ready, Kumasawa plodded off after Kanon, skillfully skipping work. As Kanon muttered about how Goda was the one who slept in all the time, he headed for the servant waiting room.
カノンさんは今朝起こさなかったんですか？
僕は昨夜使用人室でそのまま寝ちゃったんで控室には戻ってないんです。
Last night, Kanon had dozed off while in the middle of his late night shift, falling asleep in the servant room. Shannon had been kind enough to put a blanket on him, but that had just made it so warm that he fell into an even deeper sleep. So he hadn't returned to his bed in the servant waiting room the previous night. Because of that, he hadn't met Genji even once this morning. There was a knock on the door.
Genji-sama, Kanon desu. Ohayou gozaimasu.
あらあら、まだお休みかしら。
失礼します。
When he tried to open the door, Kanon noticed something strange on the upper part of the door. What is that? Duct tape? Hold on. I think I can read the bottom half. I think it says Fredrika Bernkastel. And I think that's an E. I can't read that part. A small strip of duct tape was stuck along the frame of the door, almost as though it was sealing the door shut. Furthermore, there were notches made with scissors along the center of the duct tape, so that if you open the door only a slight amount, it would be torn apart. Also written sloppily across the duct tape with a thin pen was what appeared to be someone's signature. It was written in a very intricate and decorative manner, so even if it was a signature, there was no way of telling whose it was. I could read the bottom part, Fredrika Bernkastel.
わからないけど、こんなの今は気にしててもしょうがない。源氏様、失礼します。
The duct tape tore apart and he opened the door. It wasn't as though anything happened when it split, so the two quickly forgot about that strange duct tape. The room was dimly lit. Ooh, so this is Genji's room. Okay. The lower bed of the two-layer bunk bed still had a lump under the blanket. Apparently Genji was still sleeping.
おはようございます、源氏様。
源氏さんらしくもない。朝でございますよ。
源氏様。
なんですかこれは。なんですかこれは。
Yep. There was a large red-black stain on the blanket. Though this was one of the servants' blankets, those were always kept clean. There's no way a stain like this could be there. Kanon hesitantly peeled back Genji's blanket, saw what was left of him, and was shocked into silence.
何よこれ。首がすっぱりやられてる。
Hey, Belphegor!
相当の刃渡りのものでなければここまでの切り口にはできまい。
どういうことよ。気分の謎をバトラが解いたんでしょ。
So what the shit's going on?
どうして殺人が起こるわけ。
わからん。いずれにせよ厄介なことになるぞ。ベアトリーチェ様とナツキ様にご報告申し上げた方がいい。
ベルフェは急いでルシネーに報告を。
心得た。
After dashing out, Kumasawa called Goda and Shannon over. Then this new pair let out screams identical to the first two.
ちょっとゴーダ、朝食の準備をサボっちゃダメ。
Oh, calm down.
そ そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないでしょ。
ね。
2日目の朝食は決して静かに取れやしないってわけだわ。嫌な予感がする。現時だけで済まないかもしれない。屋敷内を確認するわよ。他にも何か起こっているかもしれない。はい、お姉様。
So there is death number 5. I wonder who number 6 could be. Natsuki sprang awake at the sudden sound of the phone. Even Natsuki was surprised that she had to wake up. She had thought she'd spent the whole night unable to sleep out of fear that the mysterious man might come in at any moment. But before she knew it, she had fallen asleep. Of course, Natsuki still didn't feel rested at all. Though she groaned from the dull pain in her head, which hadn't gone away once since last night, she managed to get out of bed.
おはようございます、夏日様。
おはよう。最悪の朝です。
ご安心を。誰も部屋へ立ち入ろうとはしませんでした。
さあ、不審番をありがとう。
Even so, that didn't mean she had been able to sleep peacefully. The continued ringing of the phone made her headache throb even more strongly.
電話にお出になられた方がよろしいかと。あと、良くないご報告が妹たちから。
良くない報告は後にしましょう。先に電話を取ります。
Natsuki shook her head to wake herself and picked up the receiver. Then, she regretted not listening to Lucifer's bad news first. Because she wanted the first thing she heard about on this horrible morning to be something better than this. That voice told her that this horrible morning, this nightmare, would not stop.
約束は守りましたよ。私はずっと部屋にこもっていました。もちろん電話もしていません。
でもこの電話には出ちゃったよね。
それは
冗談だよ。この電話は母さん思いの僕からのモーニングコールだ。おはよう、母さん。
人はどれだけ苦労すれば。
Natsuki gripped the receiver so hard it creaked.
パーティーの準備のために母さんには席を外してほしかったのだ。おかげで準備は整ったよ。もちろん主賓は母さん。
何を始めるつもりですか？
それは今日のお楽しみかな。大丈夫。待たせないよ。もう始まって。そうだ、ちょっと待って。声を聞かせたい人がいる。
What? There was the sound of the receiver being jolted around. The phone was apparently being passed someone else, but there was a clunking, clattering noise, as though it was taking a lot of effort to hand the receiver over. Who in the world could he be giving the phone to? No matter who, this man gives the phone to... That can't be good news for me. What? It was without a doubt the voice of her husband. However, he didn't respond to Natsuki's voice. Perhaps he was bound somewhere in the darkness. Kraus, not realizing that Natsuki was on the other end of the phone, repeatedly demanded that he be untied.
"あんたの夫を僕が預かっていることを秘密にすること。屋敷ではそのうちクラウスの姿が見えないと騒ぎになるだろうけれど、母さんは何も知らないから何も口出しできない。 わかるね。
わかります。もう一つの条件は？
ちょっとしたゲームだ。今日の昼の1時になったら屋敷の1階の一番手前の客室に入り、クローゼットの中に隠れているんだ。
客室？
Why?
どうして私がクローゼットの中などに？
ちょっとしたかくれんぼだよ。誰にも見つからずにそこで1時間隠れていることができたら母さんの勝ち。もし誰かに見つかったら母さんの負け。
負けたらどうだというのですか？
別に何もないよ。遊びってそういうもんでしょ。このかくれんぼに付き合ってくれたら明日には夫を解放するよ。
その約束本当に守るんでしょうね。
Well, he didn't. Well, he attacked Jessica's or whoever the. Oh fuck! I don't know. God.
母さんこそ守ってよ。
Wait a minute! I just realized something. Aren't the phone lines supposed to be down? From what I understand, in every other game, the phones have been down. Or wait, was this stated this was an oh wait, it was an internal line, wasn't it? Okay, I was needlessly thinking. Sorry. At that time, there was suddenly a loud knock on the door to Natsu's room. Her heart leapt automatically. The voices coming from across the door were Cannons and Godas. The knock had been wild and the voices a little shrill. It seemed that something strange had happened, and that they were agitated.
何でもありません。使用人が来たようです。もう切りますよ。
うん、僕の言いたいことは全部伝えたからね。じゃあ、約束破らないでよ。
わかりました。あなたこそ約束を破らないのですよ。
違うね。
は？
母さんがそれを決めるんだよ。僕に約束破らせないでね。
Oh, good lord, that voice.
母さん。
今日一日母さんを見てるからね。
Just seems to be freaking interfering with the game. Lambda Delta slammed the receiver down on the antique phone. Then the phone exploded into bits and changed into a golden splash, became a group of gold butterflies and disappeared.
踊ってちょうだいね、夏日。19年前の罪に怯えながらね。私のターンも順調よ。さあ、ベルもどうぞ。
どうせ無駄なんだろうけど、警察通報を通じて内外の通信可否を確認。
Okay, time for some red.
外線は使用不能。内線は使えるみたい。
Okay, that's right.
台風で船も使用不能。クローズドサークルの出来上がりかしら。おめでとう。これでベルンが完全に探偵に昇格ね。
When the police intervene, they sometimes steal some of the detective's authority. However, with the construction of the closed circle, the existence of police had been denied for all eternity. From now on, the authority of the detective piece will be totally guaranteed.
はいはい、ありがとう。ごちそうさま。それじゃあ、早速ゲーム開始といこうかしら。
Erika, you're the main character. Now begin.
源氏さんまでかよ。5人も殺されたのか？
Then who's number 6?
はい、ひどい。
ゲストハウスの4人と全く同じだった。
Actually, I should probably know who number 6 is. It would have to be Kraus.
すっぱりとひどく鋭利な刃物で首を切られた。
僕が深夜勤だったのに不審者に気づけないなんて。
自分を責めるんじゃねえ。もし犯人と鉢合わせだったら命を落としてたのは自分だったかもしれねえんだぞ。
その上電話も通じんときた。この天気じゃ船も来んやろ。えらいことになったで。
ということは犯人はまだ私たちの身近にいる可能性が高いということだわ。
では何ですか。台風が過ぎて船が迎えに来るまで私たちは人殺しと一緒にいるというわけですか。
I mean, there's been 5 times already. What the hell?
大丈夫ですとも。
No, it won't.
こうしてみんなで一緒にいれば犯人だって手出しは。
しかもなった。そんな。
私たちみすみす殺されはしないわよ。ジョージの仇を撃ってやるわ。許さない、許さない。誰が犯人だろうと何が理由だろうと私はジョージの仇を許さない。殺してやるわ、殺してやる。
はい、皆さん、泣き言は十分ですか。ご静粛に。
Cold as ice.
クラウスさんはまだお見えにならないのですか。さっきから電話をおかけしているのですがお出にならないのです。
受話器が外れていると。
いいえ、呼び出し音をします。聞こえていないはずはないのですが。
どういうことだ。まさかクラウスおじさんも。
やっぱりね、こんな時に不謹慎だけれどもゲストハウスの4人に源氏さんで5人、もう1人いるだろうと予想はしてたわ。
どうしてよ、どうしてそんなことがわかるのよ。あんたが犯人なの。
Calm down, Ava.
あんたがジョージを殺したの。
やめなさい、エヴァさん。今はそんなことをしとる場合では。
Ava got agitated and grabbed at Kirie. Nanjo stepped in between them and it grew into a bit of a scuffle. Watching this, Erika smiled condescendingly and shrugged.
でしょうね。ゲストハウスの現場を拝見した時点で6人の犠牲は読めて当然です。4人しか死体がなかったのであとの2人は誰だろうと思っていたくらいなので。
なんでそんなことがわかるのよ。あんたが殺したの。あんたがジョージを。
許さんか、エヴァ。エリカちゃん、キリエさん、なんでそんなことがわかるんや。適当なことは言わんといてや。
簡単な連想よ。ゲストハウスの犯行現場に書かれていた落書きは魔法陣、魔法と殺人から連想するものを考えただけ。
気分か。
Yep.
そうか、第一の番か。
どういうことですか。
いえ、私にもさっぱり。
そういうことか。魔女め。
これはやっぱりベアトリーチェ様の仕業なの。
Technically it's Lambda Delta, but yeah.
あんたたち何を勝手に分かった風なこと言ってるのよ。私にはさっぱり分からないわよ。説明なさいよ、誰か。
だからエヴァ、少し落ち着くんや。
そういうことです。あの犯行現場の魔法陣を見た時点でこの殺人が碑文の第一の番をなぞった見立て殺人であり、犠牲者は6人であることは想像できていました。ただ魔法陣がそこに存在するだけでフルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。いかがでしょうか、 皆様方。
じゃあクラウスおじさん殺され
そうだとも決めつけられません。ここに来ないのはクラウスさんだけではありませんよ。もう一人いらっしゃいます。
For just an instant, Nazi's brow furrowed. So, she hadn't been able to avoid the topic of the study after all.
まさか親父、おい、誰か書斎には連絡したんだろうな。
もちろんお電話させていただきましたし、ノックもさせていただきました。ですがそのお返事はなく。
当主様はご自身の研究に没頭されておいでです。時に電話を嫌い、受話器を外し、ノックを無視することもあります。
しかし呼び出し音はちゃんと。
とにかく主人の無事を確かめる方が先です。主人の寝室へ行きましょう。
Nazi stood up in a flurry and dashed out into the corridor. Rudolph and the others immediately chased after her, telling her to wait.
さあさあ、皆さんもご一緒に。三流ミステリーも三流スプラッターも単独行動を取る人から死にますよ。はあ、いわんやこのゲームもまたしかり。ベアとっては三流だわ。
Oh, but in third-rate disaster movies and third-rate action movies, people who act alone do survive, right? Weird.
もはや碑文は解かれたというのに。誰が望んでこんな真似を。
ラムダデルタ教の駒と思われる19年前の男とやらの仕業かもしれません。
Is this Peace, Beatrice?
おっと、そんなはずもありませんが。
これまでのゲームですでにベアとは赤き真実で金像が消えて18人以上は存在しない、18人目は存在しないと明言しているわ。そして今回はそれにエリカが1人加わって19人目が存在しないと明言されてる。19年前の男とやらが島に入り込む余地なんてないわ。
ならば19年前の男は既存の人間の中の誰かが語っているか、さもなくば。
赤で19人目が許されずとも、わらわならば魔女ならば造作もなくやってのけるがな。面白くなってきたぞ。もうしばらく様子を見させてもらうとしよう。それにしてもラムダ、いよいよに我がゲーム場にて好き放題を始めよった。
分かっていてお招きになったのではありませんか。
退屈を嫌うわ。わらわも魔女なれば同じこと。この想定外さえも魔女なれば想定される喜びである。よかろう。受けて立とうぜ。
受けて立つのは上等だけどまずい流れよ。分かってる。
ですが様子見を気取る段階とはやや言い難いかと。
分かっておる。このまま行けば金像の存在が再び蒸し返される。書斎の結界も長くは持たんな。
それだけじゃないわ。さらに厄介な展開になるわよ。いい？ 1 点、2点、3点、詰めて夏日。
Gop whispered something into Beato's ear. Beato's mouth slowly widened into a grin.
エリカが全員を集めたのはむしろ我らには好都合です。観測者の及ばぬすべての闇は我ら悪魔のもの。今を逃しては打てぬ手かと。
夏日はキング。動けぬ駒なれど取らせることは許されぬ。先手を取ろう。 ここで死すると夏日が詰められる。ガープ、頼めるか？
もちろん。密室トリックもアリバイもミステリーなんて私がまとめて風穴を開けてあげるわ。任せて。私が始末する。
Gop was swallowed up, along with the chair she sat in, into a pitch-black hole which opened on the floor and disappeared. Then, a hole opened on the ceiling and spat just the chair back out, returning to the place to the way it had been.
厄介なことになりましたね。
Ain't that the truth?
なるほどな。ラムダデルタ教にかかっては、わらわすらも駒に過ぎぬというわけか。序盤は駒の損得より展開を急げという。かなわぬな、あの御人には。そうはさせぬぞ。夏日はわらわの使える最後の主。このベアトリーチェと契約する限り、決して取ることかなわぬ駒と知れ。
クラウスの部屋は空っぽ。ベッドは空っぽだったけど、それまでの5人の殺害現場と同じでおびただしい血痕が残されていたわ。
でも死体はない。
ないわね。
じゃあ死んでない。
ないかもね。
You could make the argument that he's the one that murdered him, but I doubt. I'm not gonna assume that Kraus would murder his own daughter. So I'm pretty.
どういうこと？兄さんはどこにいるのよ。
この血まみれのベッドじゃな。考えたくねえが、ゲストハウスと同様に首を切られて殺されたと考えるのが妥当だろうぜ。
でしょうな。この出血量では無事を考えるのは難しい。
旦那様はどちらに？
Large amounts of blood stained the top of the bed, but there were no similar marks on the floor of the room. Whether Kraus had been seriously wounded and wandered off somewhere or killed and carried somewhere, they had no clue where this somewhere was. Natsuhi knew. Though Kraus had been sounding far from his best over the phone, he at least hadn't sounded like he was on the brink of death. In other words, those bloodstains had to be a setup. That might not even be blood. However, just what was that man thinking? What's this supposed to be?
なんてこって第一の晩に6人を生贄にっちゅうのか。
クラウス兄さんには自分の部屋の扉を施錠する習慣はないの？私たちは今鍵を開けずに入った。
いえ、旦那様にも施錠の習慣が。
当家では奥様のお言いつけにより、
クラウスおじさんの部屋を開けられる鍵は何本あるんだ？
旦那様がお持ちの1本の他にマスターキーが。
Oh boy, the master's keys thing again.
鍵がどうこうなんてくだらない論争です。ゲンジさんがすでに犠牲になっていることをお忘れですか？彼のマスターキーは紛失しています。ですから今やこの屋敷のすべての鍵は意味をなしません。つまらないですね。つまりこの屋敷には密室殺人は今までもこれからも存在しないということです。やれやれ、退屈なミステリーになりました。
Erika laughed off this murder and disappointment as though it was something she was watching on TV. I can't understand it. Why is her world so different from ours? It's almost like she's in a separate dimension from us.
ジェシカもこんな風にベッドで。
ええ、そうよ。ジョージと同じに首を切られて。
ジェシカ、 ジェシカに会わせて。私ジェシカの顔さえ見てないんです。ジェシカ、ジェシカ。
マティア、ナジーさん。
まだ犯人が近くに潜んでいるかもしれない。一人にさせるのは危険だ。
Nazi flew out of the room and dashed towards the guest house this time. It was only natural. Nazi still hadn't even seen Jessica's dying face. Everyone probably thought that. Of course, even Nazi was half thinking that. The other half was her desire to shift everyone else's attention away from the study. Stage crimes had occurred, the gold had been discovered, and some relatives had even recommended Battler to be the next head. Even in these twisted circumstances, she had to protect Kinzo's secret. My head is going to be racked by this suffering anyway. Please just let my head explode right now. That way I won't have to suffer any longer.
では皆さん、夏日さんのためにも一度ゲストハウスへ戻りましょうか。死に顔を見たって何かが進展するわけではありませんが。
お前には心ってのがねえのか。
Probably not.
心？何ですかそれ。
Just seeing her daughter's dying face wouldn't bring Jessica back to life, nor would it heal Nazi's anguish. On the contrary, she would probably wail, wasting a considerable amount of time before being able to think properly again. This probably sums up Erika's screwed up argument. Just seeing their dying faces won't lead to any developments.
進展するのよね、それが。ベアとの駒たちが面白い変化をもたらしてくれたわ。
Nazi flew into the cousin's room on the second floor of the guest house, and was struck dumb by the blood-stained beds and the eerie magic circle which looked like it might have been drawn with the victim's blood.
ジェシカはどこ？ジェシカはどこです？ジェシカ！
そこのベッドに。
どこに？ジョージはどこなの？
What?
おいおい、どういうわけだ？
What the shit?
この部屋はちゃんと施錠していきましたよね。これで犯人がマスターキーを持つことが確実となりました。またしても私の推理通り。
そんなことはどうでもいい。どこに行ったんだ？みんなのジョージの兄貴たちの遺体はどこに行ったんだ？
面白い真似を。
さあさあ、ほらほら魔法よ。
No.
ベアとのどこのカープが魔法で死体をどこかへ隠しちゃったわ。
私たちは全員で一緒に行動していた。だから全員にアリバイがあると。
あなたの推理はこうでしょ。実は4人は死んでなくて死んだふりだった。それでみんながいない間にどこかへ身を潜めた。正解かしら。
誰の死亡宣言をも赤では出す気ないんでしょ。
当然よ。
Huh?
ベアとのパーと違って私は緑に赤をサービスしたりしないわ。
Oh.
なら喜んで青き真実を使わせてもらうわ。この程度のこといくらでも抜け道は思いつくもの。はい
はいどうぞ。青き真実タイム。
Oh boy.
まず考えられる一つ目、実は犠牲者は死んでいなかった。死んだふりをしていてこっそりどこかに隠れたのよ。何しろあんたは誰の死亡についても赤き真実で宣言してないものね。
True. Uh-oh.
たとえ傷口ばっかり見せられちゃっても赤くなきゃそうくるわよね。基本よね。でもダメよ。赤き真実なんてサービスしないわよ。何しろゲームの最後10月5日24時にちょいと1箇所否定すればいいんだもんね。
I see.
ああ、
女側は有利だわ。
Just being very stingy with the red.
バカバトラならこれで終わるところでしょうけど、ベルも違うわよね。当然こんなのは誰もが思いつくくだらないよって。まだ続けるわよ。2つ目、遺体はクラウスが運んで隠した。
Oh.
クラウスはあんたがさらってどこかに監禁されてるように演出されてるけど、実際はフリーなのかもしれない。クラウスにアリバイはないわ。クラウスが彼らの死体を隠したのよ。
But would he do that to his own daughter?
ああ、そうよね。赤き真実でクラウスの監禁を宣言したわけじゃないものね。言うもんね、敵を騙すには味方から。夏日に自分が囚われてるように嘘をついたっと。他には3つ目。
Okay.
そもそも死体が別人。
Oh!
犠牲者そっくりの身代わり死体よ。ジョージたちは最初から隠れていて、その後に身代わり死体を片付けた。
So making it seem like a conspiracy.
死体は最初から死んでるから、島の人数にはカウントされない。
Interesting.
何それ、超イカ
Your face is messed up.
す。つまりあれだけの人間が寄ってたかって死に顔を見て、全員が全員身代わりの死体を見抜けなかったと。
Well, you can't blame them if they're suddenly shocked by by freaking corpses.
赤き真実をあんたが行使しない以上、全員が全員遺体の身元確認を誤認した可能性だってあるわ。
She has a point.
あんたに誰も人物を誤認しないって復唱要求に応える気があるなら、直ちに引っ込めるけど。嫌ですよーだ。そんな挑発には乗らないわよ。
So you're being very stingy.
赤き真実はね、もったいぶるから効果的なのよ。たくさんの青き真実の中からたった一つだけを選び、赤で叩き切る。そしてその他全ての青き真実はそれが正しかったのかどうかも明かされないまま闇に葬られて消える。その闇こそ魔女の世界。あんたに与えられる真実なんて何も存在しない。この子、バカそうなふりしてなかなかだわ。決して挑発に乗りやしない。
Obviously.
魔女の闇ってもんが何か、本当のゲームマスターのベアクよりよっぽど理解してるじゃない。そしてどうやらガープもそれをよく理解してるみたい。この死体消失の一手、ラムダとベアとの双方にとってなかなか有効だよ。とりあえず私も死体消失について思いつく仮説を3つほど挙げてみた。1つの謎に対し3つの青きくさび。だから3つのうち1つを否定すればいいわけじゃない。3つのくさびを全て抜かない限りこの謎は貫かれている。それが魔女狩りの鉄則。くさびは1本じゃ全然足りない。
You need multiple.
くさび1本で死んでくれるのは吸血鬼程度。魔女に比べりゃ吸血鬼なんて貧弱なもん。本物の魔女はくさびでめった刺しにしなきゃ死なないのよ。殺し屋だってそうでしょ。殺し屋が綺麗に一発の弾丸だけで相手を殺すなんて日本の漫画の中だけよ。
And now we're bringing up manga.
本当の殺し屋なら弾倉が空になるまで全弾ぶち込むわ。あんただってそうするでしょ。無論私もよ。でもこんなのこの子のことだから赤一つで一刀両断にしてくるでしょうね。彼らの死亡宣言とクラウスの無実、この辺をちょいちょいっと赤で語るだけで私のくさびは3本とも抜けてしまう。まあそれでいいんだけどね。赤き真実が出てきたらそれに合わせて再び青きくさびでめった刺しにしてやるだけのこと。
I would not mind seeing that.
それが魔女のゲームの進め方。ああ、楽しい。バトラのまどろっこしい戦いにずっとイライラしてきたから本当に楽しい。ええ、分かってるよ、ラムダ。こんなの第一の番の最初の最初。前哨戦でしょ。そうでなくっちゃ。あんたをボロボロに負けさせて、悔し泣きさせて、床を這いつくばらせてかきむしらせて、その可愛らしい髪の毛を掴んで床になすりつけながら笑い転げる楽しみが薄れちゃうもの。
Good lord, you girls are sadistic. Oh boy. The servant waiting room in the mansion had once again gone silent. There lay Genji's corpse, which had been covered completely with a blanket. In the ceiling of this cramped room, a pitch black hole appeared. Captivating legs sprouted out, and Gop floated downwards.
ごめんね、源氏。そこでゆっくり永眠してたいだろうけど、そういうわけにはいかないの。後宮家の最後の当主、夏日に死してなお奉公するために、ここから消えてちょうだい。
Gop stripped off the blanket as she said this to Genji, who was sleeping peacefully. Then she stared at the deep wound in his neck.
見事な切り口じゃない？まさに一刀で切ったのね。こんな真似ができるやつが権限しているの。いやね。これが可能な心当たりのあるやつに、ろくなやつがいないわ。
It goes without saying, but witches are capable of summoning beings with a strength proportional to their own talent. The great Lady Lambda Delta called that being here as a trump card 19th person. Even optimistically speaking, this is on par with Ronove and me. A pitch black hole opened on the bed, and Genji disappeared as though the bed had swallowed him up. Just like the four in the guest house, Genji's corpse was also hidden in some unknown place. It was a place that no one could find, located within neither this world nor the next. No longer would anyone be able to find their corpses. No longer would anyone be able to confirm their deaths. She carried Genji's corpse to this place of endless silence, where it would never be disturbed.
死体がなければ行方不明。行方不明扱いとは、犯人と疑われ、同時に犠牲者とも疑われる。まさ開かれることの決してない猫箱の中の暗闇こそ、我ら悪魔と魔女の住みか。言って遅かったわね、名探偵さん。
Gop licked her lips and gulped.
どうしてガープ様は死体を隠して回るのかしら。知らない。でもガープ様ってなんかかっこいいよね。なんていうのか惚れるわ。
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。見張りはどうしたの？人間たちがゲストハウスから戻ってくるわよ。ガープ様。
ええ、退散するわよ。これでなんとか夏日の逃げ道を作れたはず。
Gop jumped into a pitch black hole which had opened near her feet. Malon said, "I'm going in too," and jumped in, followed by Osmo, who said, me too, and hopped in giggling. As Satan hesitated over what to do, the hole closed.
煉獄の七姉妹ともあろうものが、子供みたい。バカみたい。
Satan went bright red and got angry all by herself, then turned into gold butterflies and disappeared. Okay.
ガープが5人の死体を無事に移動させたようです。
ご苦労であった。しかし次が厄介であるぞ。
源氏の死体の消失に多少は驚くでしょうが、彼らの次の関心は再び金蔵の書斎に向くでしょ
う。書斎の鍵は2本。夏日が全て所持していて幸運であったな。もし源氏に1本を預けたままであったなら、
それは今頃ラムダデルタ教の手に落ちていたであろう。
どうやらラムダデルタ教は金蔵の死を隠すつもりはさらさらないようですな。お嬢様が築き上げてきた堀も塔も城壁もすべて見捨てて戦われるつもりのよ
うだ。おかしな三角対決になったものよ。我らはそれぞれが敵であり、時に意図せずして連携しておる。
Yeah, this is the alliance is kind of confusing
三
me.
つどもえが2対1になったかと思えば、逆に1対2にもなる。ほらあれだ、中国のバトルロイヤル、三国志とやらに似てるとは思わんか？
Records of the Three Kingdoms.
天下三分の計ですが。
But what?
お嬢様にしては随分と高尚な例えですよ。
三国志って3つ国があったではないか。
Well, I mean, it's called Records of the Three Kingdoms, so...
義と呉と蜀だったか？
Why Wu and Shu? What?
まるでわらわたちであるな。はて、最後に勝ったのはどの国であったか？
最後に統一したのは秦です。お嬢様のおっしゃられる三国はすべて滅びました。
An opportunistic individual, huh?
ほう、これは知らなかった。てっきり三国のどれかが勝者になったとばかり。義が圧倒的に優勢だったのではないか？
帝位を腹心に奪われ、国を乗っ取られて滅びました。
The Sima clan, a noble family that Cao Cao invested in as advisors, eventually gained central control in a power struggle and took over the country.
参謀として招き、乗っ取られるか。面白いぞ、ラムダデルタ教め。
Oh, I see.
失礼いたします。人間たちは使用人控室にて現時の死体消失を確認。ゴールドスミス教の書斎に移動を開始しました。
リーチェ、来るわよ。来るがいい。人間どもに。絶対と奇跡の魔女どもに。
If this is a three-way fight with humans and witches, then what should we be called? If the thing we're protecting for the time being is Kinzo's phantom.
幻か。
And now we finally end it. Huh. This is weird having like a three-way struggle thing going on now. So, 804?
お父様、待つ日です。
Actually, we're going to end it here. Well, here we go. Yeah, that's right. These deaths were already talked about. Wait. Oh god, for a split second I thought that was Goda. I don't know why. And Ushime Kraus is missing. Alright. Yeah, everything's all set up. Okay. I don't know how long I've been recording. I kind of take a couple breaks every now and then, but whatever. So now we're finally getting back to where the beginning kind of started off. We're getting close, apparently. I wonder. This is going to get even more confusing for me, I bet. I wonder. So I want to go ahead and eliminate Natsuhi as the culprit because I don't think she could kill her own daughter. Same thing with Ava. She's way too devoted to her family to actually murder her own family, so I don't think it was... damn it. I'm stuck to where I don't want to blame anybody. This is just gonna get more complicated. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying this. I really am. But good lord, does this make my freaking brain hurt. Well, I'm afraid that's where I'm gonna have to end it. You guys did tell me that the next parts are actually going to be long, so I probably won't have to worry about doing double parters. I think. I don't know. Probably just until the finale in that case. But like I said, oh, may as well just random note. Like I said at the beginning, the new laptop has been purchased and it is currently shipping. I'm not sure when the hell it's going to be in, but it's also going to be a more high performance laptop, which means I might be able to do recordings on the go. I can't promise actually doing, you know, a video every day. I can't promise that. But I can try to keep doing at least 5 videos a week. But hopefully with this laptop it'll make things a little bit easier. Hopefully an actually good laptop. God damn, that other laptop was it was awful. I'm surprised I kind of go back and look at the other videos that I record on the laptop, and Jesus Christ, the quality was awful. Anyway, that's where I'm going to end it, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.